Yo, what's up? Welcome to another week of Almost Dead. This your boy Vale.
What's going on? It's your boy Papa Ye, everybody's favorite daddy.
Yeah, it's your boy Jay with King Noah and our young sound guy, Young Current, a.k.a. Solo.
Keep it coming!
All right, fellas. Good to see another week. My week was pretty good. How was yours, Jay? What you had happening this week?
It was good, relaxing. I had a day off, but I had a dream that just, oh man, it fucked me up. Really, real quick to run it down. I've never had a dream like this before. You know, everybody had that dream that when you fall, you fall and
you wake up bouncing in the bed.
I didn't have it. It was worse than this.
That sounds like a wet dream.
Hold on. You ain't never had that dream? You be falling, and then all of a sudden you just wake up your ass in the bed like you actually fell?
You ain't never had that dream?
Dream that I was... Actually, the dream started, it was almost like a trip. And like before I hit the ground, I wake up. I never had that falling and like...
And hit?
Like the body jump.
Oh, I fell and hit.
Yeah, and my body jumps.
Wake up, I'm in the bed just...
Yeah, you bounce. Like it happened to me before, but... This is worse.
Y'all weird.
I don't know why I had this dream. I don't know if I watched something.
We don't know why we have any dreams.
Well, you know what?
He know why he have all his dreams.
Right, I do.
Tonight I'm finna dream about Tyra.
I wear glasses, so you know.
Glasses don't make you smart.
Nope.
You know what? Why you gonna steal my stuff? Shit, fuck you. So anyway,
going
back to the story. I never had this dream. I never had a dream like this that scared me like this.
Okay.
I was laying. I went to bed.
Right.
But it seemed like I woke up, I was in the electric chair. And they turned on the electricity. Nobody was there and turned on, just turned it on.
Nobody was there and they turned it on?
It just turned it on. Nobody was there though.
Nobody there, but they turned it on.
Nobody and they are two different things.
Okay.
I just dropped knowledge. It's on the ground. Pick it up. So anyway, I started being electrocuted, but then again, it also felt like I was still, I could see myself, I could feel myself, I was still laying on the pillow. But it felt like I stopped breathing, literally.
The witch was riding your back.
And I felt, well, not even that. I felt like I stopped breathing, and it literally felt so real that I felt like I was slipping. Like I couldn't, like you could feel like your body was shutting down. And then, but it woke me up, and woke me up with a, and like I got my breath all of a sudden, dude. You know, I could not go back to sleep that night. I woke up and did like that. I guess my body jumped. And then woke up my fiance. She get up, about to fall out of bed looking for, what time is it? I'm almost late for work. I said, girl, this almost 2:30. She's like, whoo. I said, I just had this dream. And she was out.
Fuck your dream.
But that dream, I don't know why I dreamed that, because it felt so real. It literally woke me up with a, because I have asthma. And it was just like that.
It woke you up with a what?
Like that.
That's
how it woke me up. That's how I woke me up. It was so scary.
Man, have you ever been woke up with one of those?
I can't say that I'm fortunate enough to not have been on trial for a Salem witch hunt.
I think I did have one of those. Hold on, you was woke up with a what?
Like a...
No, I ain't never had one of those. Nah.
Breath just came right back in.
Nah, I ain't never woke up to none of that. I haven't had any dreams where I was being put on trial for being POB or no shit like that.
Don't nobody say like they was doing that.
Yeah, nah, but...
Alright, so, well, since he got electrocuted, that was the end of his week. How was your week, Jay?
My week has been going by very fast, man. Very productive. I've been busting my ass at work. Other than that, it's just been a really quick week. Like, it's Thursday already. The end of the week is here. I can't complain about nothing, man. How about you?
My week has been alright. As y'all know, about every week I talk about the little work I got going on. In our family, we have a ton of carpenters. I mean, I'm a general contractor on my own. I got another cousin.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. They don't know you as a carpenter. They know you as a handyman. Then I woke up.
Damn, as I was saying. Before the shocker over here said some shit.
Papa Ye the Shocker. You got a new nickname. Papa Ye the Shocker.
I'm a general contractor in my own right. You know, in the family we have other people who do carpentry work, and one of my cousins, he's contracted out to do a building. I was down there helping him out, just doing bits and pieces of it, but he had his own crew in there working, and he went out of town for his wife's birthday, and he was gone for like 5 days. He had a great time for what he's saying, but as soon as he went out of town, crew stopped working.
Whoa.
Wasn't shit done while he was gone.
Who was manning the site?
Yeah.
That's the problem. He didn't leave anybody in charge of the site. So me, since I was over there just doing the electric and the plumbing for him, and then I brought in some other people to do the mudding, which usually bring in Mexicans or not the type. That's not real racist.
Why do we just have to use Mexicans?
Use it, but the thing about it, because Mexicans are really good with taping and mudding. Fast. I mean,
I'm gonna shut
no.
up.
It's not Hispanics, because Hispanics encompass all of them. Puerto Rican, no, it's Mexicans. Mexicans. How you be Mexicans? Mexicans.
I'm gonna excuse myself from this conversation.
Go to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me know what I can say.
There you go. But I brought in another crew to do the taping and mudding for them. So they were there. So I would get over to the place every morning, open it up to make sure that they got in and do their job. And I'm waiting on his crew to show up. Nobody showed up.
Do you have phone numbers for these guys?
Yeah, I got phone numbers for them.
You ain't calling on them?
It ain't my job. I wasn't running his site. I knew that they weren't going to listen to me, because after the first day that he was gone, I had talked to him. I'm like, well, your guys need to do this here. That first day he was gone, when they did show up, I was like, y'all might want to try to get this done and this done. And I think they purposely just didn't do that shit just to show me I wasn't the one in charge.
Who the fuck are you?
I think
my boss is out of town.
My boss is out of town. You know what I'm saying?
Is your name on my check? Is your name on my check?
So
I don't think so.
I think they purposely were just going to show me I wasn't the one in charge. So I left that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Now, the guy who owns the building, he calling me, Vail, you ain't gonna get the crew. Hey, guess what? Ain't my job. You right. But damn, he come over there mad as hell, talking about he ain't paying these motherfuckers. He docking people, pay everything. So when my cuz finally get back in town, he ready to just call it quits, everything. I talked to him, and now I got a new project, because now I got to take over that project to make sure it get done. So that, in turn, was how my week was.
Clean up, man.
Full of other people's shit.
Clean
my
up,
week,
man.
I mean, me personally, I had a great week. But it was full of other people's shit. Other than that, I spent a lot of time on social media. I've been trying to get my social media game up. I still ain't gotten to that posting as much as I think I should, but I've been looking at videos. I've been looking at other people's shit. I've been spying on other people's life. I can't remember what province it was in. It's over in Africa.
Okay.
But I read a story about the woman who she wants to divorce her husband. Well, she don't want a divorce. She want an annulment. They've been married 7 days. She got 3 kids from a previous marriage. When they got together, over there they still do dowries and stuff. So like he gave the dowry, gave money up to her parents and all this here.
For our listeners that don't know, please explain what a dowry is.
A dowry is basically like I don't want to say like you buying the woman, but it's gifts. Okay, it does not have to be money. It's gifts. And like in the old days, they used to give a cow or a goat or something like that to the man who proposing or the one who wants to marry your daughter would present a gift to the parents, and they would call it a dowry. It would be, back in the old days, it would be like goats or some type of farm animal or something like that. Sometimes it would be money in it. If the person was wealthy enough, they would put money in it and stuff. So he gave her a dowry, met her parents, everything. They got married. She said that my man bought his penis too big. She can't take it. She said, wow. She said it hurt. After the first time, she went and told her mama. Her mama said, suck it up, take these pills, you be all right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to. I woke up.
There you go. After the second time, she said, nah, I ain't going to be able to do this. She went to court and said, Judge, I need you to annul this. Dude said he don't care. We can get her knowing, but she got to give me back the dowry that I gave.
Give me my goat back.
Give me my goat, and I think his dowry was like $236. That's how much she basically got to give him back.
Oh
my God. Judge, she said, "It's too big."
I was just about to say, like, if that was here, that nigga would be a hero.
Man,
that would be that. I'm surprised. Do they have a picture of this guy?
They have a picture of him, but they didn't show like.
Nah, nobody wants
to see that. Right, trying to see his man part.
Nobody wants to see this. Dick like 5 holes.
Right.
Oh, she gone.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but that man would be a hero over here. You can't say nothing about him.
Nothing. Statues of them.
Man.
Nothing at all. The reason she won't, no, man, it's not even a divorce. They've been 7 days. Enough of this shit.
7 days.
No more.
I can for a week.
I can take no more. No more.
He come here with that thing and put it in me,
Tell
and he
this
ordered
new
my
wife-
thought. I cannot have it anymore. I must go.
Telling this new wife, like, listen, baby, I'm lost, all right? I'm
But
doing
this
damage
thing-
with this motherfucker.
Her
This is
mama
my
told her
last-
to suck it up. You know what I'm saying?
He like,
That's who he supposed to be with.
He get the
Mama.
You know the spill. The shackles in your head. It's bigger than that. It's much bigger. Much bigger, bitch. Much bigger. No, you cannot handle it.
You cannot handle this.
So I mean, that's all I've really been doing, y'all. I've been just trying to get it more accustomed to social media. I'm sorry, did I just spit on somebody?
Self-bill. Did I just spit on somebody?
Spittle, you know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to get more accustomed to social media. I want to be able to post a little more. It's just it's a learning process. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that I got to get used to getting up and just telling the world that I woke up.
You ain't got to do that.
But you know what? I think that actually gets you in the mode to actually start to post.
Make it a part of your life.
To
Because
make it a part of
social
your day.
media is damn near a child of yours.
Yeah.
You got to check in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to feed it.
You
They got the feed.
You got to make sure that motherfuckers know what's going on with you at all times. At all times. You got to, oh, I'm up, guys. Oh, I had cheese, eggs, and grits this morning.
But you know what? You're right. Because when I get a haircut, I'm like, hey, check it out. I got the new style.
Yeah, you know, so I need
I
to
do
start
that.
letting
I
y'all
do
know.
that. I
Like
do that.
when I go over to, you know what I'm saying, my barber, my barber's name is Buck, y'all, on 87th and Bennett, the greatest barber in the city. Y'all need to go check him out. When I go see Buck, you know what I'm saying, I usually post on there and be like, man, y'all, just got faded up from, you know what I'm saying, my bar, whatever. But I ain't even been on that lately. Just getting on there is kind of rough. It's kind
I'm
of
not a
rough.
fan of taking pictures of myself and sending them to the world.
But you know what? I had to learn that when you become like what we are now, you are a public figure now.
No, I don't have a
Yeah.
problem with pictures being taken of me and putting them out, but I just think as a man, there's something wrong with standing in a mirror.
Oh no, we don't.
No,
do that.
no.
We don't do that.
No.
No, we don't do the selfies.
We got a front facing camera.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You
front-facing
hit the
camera.
one that's
You
for
ain't
the
like
haircut.
that. You ain't
Yeah,
like.
but you can't get a full body.
It's not a
ain't
full
no
body.
full
I
body.
just
We
want to
should
show
get
y'all
the
the
face
head, the
shot.
fade.
Yeah,
I just got cut up. That's
Listen.
the picture. No, we not with
Pictures
the
love
duck
the
lips
fade.
and all that. Nah.
It's men that's doing this though.
Yeah, but
don't know,
you
man.
use the word men loosely with that.
No, you don't let you don't let them get away just because they're not good at being a man. You know what
Okay.
I mean? You still can't take the fact that they got a twig and two berries.
twig
you
and
know what I
berries.
mean?
Pork and beans.
Pork and beans. Pork and beans.
Now they might not be good at being a man, but he's still a man.
All right. Well, you know, I mean, I can't speak for them brothers. I ain't on that selfie stuff like that. I mean, I will take one
Now,
or
hold
two.
on. I did do one photo like that when I had my suit on.
Wait, what?
Not when I.
You done turned your ass back?
No. No, I was in the mirror, and I want to show my. Actually, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did, because I wanted to show my
I
bow tie.
want to show my dick print.
I want to
the
show my
world.
bow. I want to show my
You
bow
want to show
tie.
that eggplant?
I want to show my bow tie. So I did one
That's
picture
what they
like that.
calling it now, the bow tie.
I did one picture like that.
wanted
But
to
I
show-
wasn't in there like, hey, no. I just want to show my bow tie.
I did see that picture. You
Yeah.
did look a little hat.
No, Negro.
You did look a little hat.
No, buddy. It wasn't happening like that. Don't even try that.
You taking selfies?
I only
Yeah.
took one.
He took a selfie
I took
over the
one.
shoulder with the ass poke.
Oh, no.
I think
no.
selfies is a woman's
No.
game. Y'all need to leave. Fellas.
Uh-uh.
Look, I know they try to holler at equality bullshit, but look, selfies is for the women. Let the women take selfies, you know what I'm saying? It's alright. It's alright, like you got a fresh fit on, you want somebody to sit. Guess what? Have somebody else take the picture.
I just did one thing with my bow tie on Thanksgiving.
I just did one thing, show off the dick
I wasn't
print.
doing that. Look, speaking of that, my girl had me buy her something. Have y'all heard of this thing? Selfie sticks. A selfie stick.
Your girl a freak. Your girl a freak. You gonna put her business out like that? You gonna let everybody know your girl a freak?
It's a selfie stick.
Do you know what a selfie stick is?
Yeah, it's the stick. It's a stick that you put your phone on, so you can be in a long.
No.
You take the picture like that
No.
with the button, with the- You got a Bluetooth control. You can take a picture.
Bruh, a
And when you
selfie.
around everywhere.
A selfie stick
Educate me then.
A selfie stick is basically like a dildo with a camera on it.
No, dude, no, that ain't that. No, it ain't that. No, it's actual. Like Obama took a picture with a selfie stick.
A selfie stick.
Not what you thinking. It's a no.
It's not.
It's
no,
not
not my
this.
woman.
You see this?
She don't use that.
You see this right here? You put the camera. It's like you put the camera on it, on like a tripod thing. Don't say nothing. You put the camera on it. I know where you're gonna go. You put the camera on it, and they give you a Bluetooth remote. And say you want to take a long shot, like you say you there with a group of friends and stuff like that.
Long shot.
say you with a group. Say you with a group of your friends and stuff, and you put the camera on the selfie stick. Oh. You hold it out, and you got the Bluetooth or camera thing. You take a picture of it, and it drops off to you like that. Mm-hmm. Well, I ain't never. So let me see what you're showing. Let me see. No, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Let me show you. No, this is what she has. Look, that's a selfie stick.
Read the top line there. What it say?
It just said,
read it.
Site temporary unavailable.
Hold on. Now give it here.
Let me go back. Well, something happened. Yeah, it just say site temporary unavailable.
Oh, you
but you see,
thing. Hold on.
But you see what I just showed you, right? Showed Jamarcus.
Okay, I'm going to let Jamarcus read it. Jamarcus, read that to the audience. The top line.
Hold on.
Listen.
I'm listening.
This sex selfie stick lets you FaceTime with your vagina.
No, I ain't never seen that. Look at this. This is what she has.
This definitely looks like a vagina.
No, that is not. Look at it. Pay attention.
It looks like
it's like one of them damn walking sticks.
No, this is it's a walking stick.
Yep, it's a walking stick.
She walking. That's what y'all took on the cruise?
No, fool. I just bought it from Valentine. I shouldn't even say it. I bought it from Valentine's Day.
You bought it from Valentine's Day?
Y'all just having fun with this, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
I can't get mad at you. I can't get mad at you.
So, did you pick this up at
No, I ordered it online on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, what do we got next?
He just showed him the selfie picture I took.
No. He was showing me. What is good? Chris Brown got a kid now?
They saying that, man. Like this baby 9 months old.
They said Karuchi done left him or something?
Look, Karuchi gonna say this. She gonna say, I love Chris and all that, but I ain't for all this baby mama shit. But I'm like this. I'm thinking like, that's probably why you broke up with him that first time. But now it came out public. You don't want to act like, you don't look like I'm the damn fool.
But the baby is 9 months old?
The baby 9 months old.
Didn't him and Karuchi like just get back together or something?
Yep.
And check it out. He was just on an interview with the Breakfast Club. He was like, yeah, I'm ready for kids. But I ain't got none yet. And a week later.
This is my thing. He hasn't come out and said, this is my child.
But he on Instagram with the baby and the girl.
What that mean?
They saying they like that's his baby.
He was on Instagram with the child
and the girl.
They probably somebody and superimposed.
Yeah,
but check this out though. This girl is a mutual friend of his and Karuchi.
I'm not saying this is my thing. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility that this is his baby, but he ain't came out and said nothing. I'm not buying it.
Well,
so he come out and acknowledge it or deny it. There's been nothing from him.
But check it out though. You know how women are, man. When they feel slighted.
I'm not speaking from her.
So I feel some truth to it. I ain't mad.
I don't care really. Honestly, I can care less.
Congratulations, nigga.
I'm not gonna believe that. I'm not gonna believe that until he comes out and confirms or denies. And depending on how his denial goes, I might, tip the scales and say, nigga, they need
that is not your baby.
Because I seen the pictures and the little girl actually looked like him.
That's what everybody's saying, but we all
know.
But we all know from
Mari that looks don't mean nothing. So it's a possibility, but I don't know. I ain't really buying it until he come out and confirm or deny. I'm on Chris' side, so regardless, I don't even care how I feel about his denial. I'm going back on my word. If he said it ain't his baby, damn it, Karuchi, it ain't his baby.
Hey man, but you know how women are when they get upset, they put all the business out there.
Yeah, I mean, shit. From him, you can tell when niggas get upset, they put all their business out there too. He put it to the world. They was having threesomes and everything.
Yeah, cause you imagine how that go? That conversation we went home. You really told on me, didn't you?
He put it out there. Drake flying my baby mama, Drake flying my girl in.
I would have never said that. I would have never said, even if
that make you look like a sucker.
It don't make you look like a sucker, but it just
it do.
I don't think it make you look like a sucker, but it's just you lost one already to Drake.
You lost your main.
I'm not giving him that. I'm not giving him that plug. You know what I'm saying? Even if he ain't get far with her, I'm not finna put it out there and say, "Oh, you tried to get my next girl. You flew out there and she went."
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's different. You can't say that. That's the definition of a sucker. You look like a sucker when that happens.
Oh, I ain't buying that. I ain't gonna say the man.
And I like Breezy. Look, I'm cool with Breezy the homie. I like Breezy.
I just think you can't
Yeah, he the homie.
You can't give.
I was kicking it last week.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I just think you can't get Drake two W's. You know what I'm saying? You can't give him 2 W's. He took your main from you. You know what I'm saying? You was sour about that.
She came back.
Yeah, but now she with Leo now.
Yeah, it's a good look
Big
for her.
upgrade.
It's a good look for her. You know
I mean, but where do you go?
She went to Wolf of Wall Street, baby.
You can't really go to no other entertainer.
Nah.
Who could you go to and you can be considered
You gotta go
upgrade?
up. You gotta go up.
You gotta go up. You gotta go to the movies. You gotta go white. You gotta go.
Oh, you know they said
would Trigger be an upgrade?
Nah,
Trigger
it's
would
the
be an
same
upgrade.
shit. And then honestly, I don't even think he'll fuck with it because him and Chris boys, they niggas. You know what I'm saying? It
He probably not already hit it.
I don't know. They say Trey done hit the half of Hollywood.
Yeah, both halves.
I ain't buying it. I fuck with Trey. I don't think that nigga gay, man.
Hey, I mean, he's bisexual.
But you know what?
What?
They say you ain't made it unless they come out with a gay rumor. So now we know he's officially there.
Oh, okay, well, that's what it is then.
Well,
you know what
I'm missing something.
We need to start a gay rumor about me.
See how we got quiet?
Hey, I'm saying that. I mean, I made it, right?
Yeah, I'm not even
Barely.
I ain't supporting that. I ain't supporting that.
Listen. Smoke sometimes, get a little hazy in between the smoke. You can't see. He got a fan of it, so he probably, I don't know. You hungry, brother? You need a Snicker. Because you're not acting like yourself right now. You're not acting like yourself right now.
Gay rumors?
Right. I can just imagine. Y'all need to stop worrying about me. I'm just saying. They don't even fit you in that.
I appreciate that. I
I understand people do things for fame. Is that your price?
Nah, man, but they say something about that the price of fame. They got all types of rumors.
Everybody got a price. You willing to go with the Illuminati for
everybody
that?
got to, you know what I'm saying, hug the tree trunk with your ass up in the air.
The tree hugger.
I ain't going either.
I don't know about nothing with no man with his ass anywhere remotely close to the air. Let's get off that at all.
I don't even like when people say, man, I set my ass on that toilet, and I don't even want to hear that.
So to kind of go back to Chris Brown and this baby, at some point through these 9 months, somebody else was taking care of this baby. Some other man was in this child's life.
Okay. Hopefully.
Well, it's a story out that there's a guy who's heartbroken now because he thought this was his child, and it turns out that it's not. She's not. I don't want to keep saying it. She's not.
Okay.
So, with that being said,
that's breezy, baby.
Yeah, even though, but with that being said, if you Chris Brown and it comes out that okay, this is your child, and this man has been in this child's life for the last 9 months, how do you feel about him staying in this child's life, or if he's going to be in this child's life, him disciplining this child?
My thing with that is
what?
9 months is not long enough for me to say, okay, look, you need to stick around. And because I plan on being in my child's life. I plan on right now. If you and the mother are still together, it's different. If you and the mother are still together, then yeah, you get to stick around. You still get to be a part of the child life because I'm not going to have a relationship with the mom. I'm gonna be here for my child now. So, but if you and the mom are not together, and it's one of the things where you thought it was your child, but you find out it's not yours, and you and the mom are estranged, then
that's gonna be a hard, difficult situation to be in.
Right, hurtful as it is for you to walk away from the baby, look, you need to go ahead and walk away because at 9 months the baby really has not. The baby has got attached to you, but that's an attachment that the baby can get over quick enough.
And then you got to look at, like you just said, like the relationship can be strained between you and that mother. So that mother might feel a certain way about you, and the mother might feel a certain way about you.
Right, but now
and then I don't want you to see the baby anyway.
But say like if him and the mom are still together, and he's gonna be in the child life, disciplining the child. We had this conversation a lot. My thing is, this is a daughter. This is a girl. This is my daughter. So I want you. I like to think I'm a fair person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and I like to believe I'm a realistic person. My thing is, if he's in the house with them, you got to have some rules, and I believe in if he's a man, and I mean a real man, as in the fact of doing things that a man should do to take care of his house, then the children in that house should be respectful to him and follow the rules they have in his house. If they don't follow his rules, there has to be some type of way to discipline that child. and I don't want him touching my daughter.
That's your mama should do that.
I don't want him
that's
touching
a girl
daughter,
and another man anyway.
But in the same sense, I want her to give him a certain level of respect. I don't want to try to make it seem like he a punk or whatever, because my whole thing with that is, and I think me and Jay had this conversation months ago or something. My thing about that is, look, in front of, like, when I get both of them together, I'm going to talk to them. It's going to be two different conversations you have. Cause like when I got my daughter and him, it's like, look, man, you know, if she ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to discipline. Y'all supposed to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you got to tap that little, you both. Because I want her to believe that, because I don't want her to think he's powerless in that situation.
Like, well, you ain't my daddy, so I'm going to do that.
Right. I want her to know that, you know what I'm saying? We're all here trying to raise her together. So he's basically in that position. When I'm not there, she got to take that discipline from him. But then when she's not there, my conversation with him, like, look, I want her to do what you say and everything, but don't hit my daughter. Because I don't care how it comes out, I'm going to feel a certain way. And I know you don't want to feel like, you know what I'm saying, you know, punk or nothing, and it's, you got to call me. But if it gets to that point, I would much rather you either call me or call her mama or somebody and let one of us, if she needs to have somebody hands, because I got daughters. And honestly, my oldest daughter is 17 years old. I haven't put my hands on my daughter since she was 4. And the only reason she got spanked in is because she was going in on her grandma. And it was just, okay, you know what I'm saying? She needed that at that time. But since then, it's 13 years for my 17-year-old. I haven't put my hands on her. My 14-year-old, I've never touched her. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not to say that she didn't need it sometimes, but raising a girl is different. Sometimes from the daddy, you can just talk to him in a certain way, and that's worse than hitting him. If it's my son in there, I still don't want him hitting my son. But that's an age thing now. It depends on where it's at, because at some point that son gonna try to test him.
As all boys do.
He gonna get, and it's gonna come in different stages. It's probably gonna be that first one. Probably gonna come. He 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? He really starts smelling this stuff. He just got a couple pubic hairs. You know what I'm saying? Now he wanna, oh, you ain't my daddy. And he gonna buck up, and rightfully, because if it's me, I'm gonna beat your ass. You might not get it like a dude out in the street, but I'm gonna let you know, okay, you ain't old enough yet. That first one come at 12, you know, you're going to get another one about 16, you know what I'm saying? And don't let him get a little bigger than him, you know what I'm saying? Then he really going to try. So with a boy, it's different with that discipline another person, child. With the girl, man, don't touch my daughter. Please don't touch my daughter, because I don't really want it to go to left field with you touching my daughter. And that's my opinion on it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be part of my child's life too. I'm going to be there. So if it's that serious, I mean, we're going to let them know from the beginning that we all playing a part in raising you. That's your mom, me, and your mom, the person in your mom's life, just like the person in my life. You got to respect that person in my life. So if my lady tells you to do something, you the child, guess what? You do that. I don't want to hear no, she ain't my mama, or I can't stand her. I don't want none of that.
Well, like, my opinion is I don't have any girls. I got a little boy. He's 8. But even with that, I am a child of that situation. Of, well, you know, my father always there. Never had a problem with my daddy. Always there. Something go down, always coming up. And I have my stepfather still in my life today. And my mother are not together. My birth mother aren't together. But he stays around the corner from me, coincidentally. And I can still go to him. But when we were coming up, you know, my dad and my stepfather always got along. But it was always understanding. So me seeing that as a child, you know, I thought that was pretty dope, because I have friends that didn't have that. You know, the person, and I agree with that. If that child is in that house with the mother and whoever her mother's significant other is, and he's a stand up type of man, yeah, my son, my son's mother was to get another guy or what have you, and my son, I expect my son, and I'm gonna have a conversation like you said, but both you in this man's house, you need to listen to him, but at the same time, after my son gone, I'm going to have that conversation. Look, like you said, I understand he's a boy. And boys are going to try. I understand that. He might try to get nippy with his mama, and you might have to get that man voice and hear it. Cool. He may get older and all that stuff, but, you know, some guys, they get to that point like, all right, you know, when a boy get over, you got to,
yeah,
come on, we got to
tough him up. No.
First off, I understand you want to talk, but listen, that's my son. Even with me, that's my son. You let him know. Yeah. But if anybody if you gonna put a hand like a fit, like you gonna, I'm gonna be the one. Not saying I'm gonna beat my child or nothing like that in that sense. But if it gets to that point, y'all need to call me. But then my son, mama, crazy enough to say we crazy anyway. She's like, I don't think she would ever put somebody in that position. Because my son, me and him are real vocal with each other. And my son will call him like, Dad, hey, this is what's going on, this, and that. Not saying he disrespecting mom, because I don't play that. Right. I don't play that one bit. If she called me and say, hey, I had a conversation, I say it to him in front of his mother, so he know this is how it is. But then she say, y'all family crazy, so
we are.
She's like, and I know you off the bat. She's like, you're a good father, but she's like, I know if something was to go down, and I know Jay would tell you like, hey, Dad, and I don't know crazy because my son, he one of them. My son is he one of them. Hey, if you look at him a certain way or say something, he'll know like, all right, I don't want no problems. I'm gonna go do what I got to do. But if something going on, my son to say something, so it's that element in there.
I'm of a different mindset. I'm more aligned with Vail because I have a daughter, and I don't feel comfortable with another man putting his hands on my daughter, regardless of what she said or done. I honestly feel that at any point she's gotten to that disrespectful point with you, I don't mind you, you know what I'm saying, telling her like, you speaking your piece with her, letting her know that you're the man of the house. But if you get to the point where you feel like you need to put your hands on her, you need to let her mother know or call me. I'm not a fan of a grown man hitting my daughter.
Or any, because that's the thing. You don't want a guy hitting your girl.
I'm not a fan of that.
Actually, you don't want nobody hitting your kids. Fear that ain't your kids.
And I can't really speak from the perspective of a dad over a son because I don't have a little boy, and I don't know how I would feel if I was the father of a young man.
But see, I can speak on that because I'm that type of person. I've been in a situation where I was the person who I was a significant other to another person's child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a 20-year-old right now who I took care of since he was 2. And his father was always there also. So it wasn't like his father was not around, but he was in the house with me. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to handle it in a different situation. You know what I'm saying? You have to... I don't believe that I should have to hit another man's child. You know what I'm saying? And now I had that conversation because I talk to boys like they boys at some point, and when they get to that certain age, I talk to them like they men. So, but it's a fine line to be in there because you have to show, because in the same sense you want to show when it's a boy and you're the man when you're in the stead of another man. You know what I'm saying? You want to show them still how to grow. It's that alpha male thing. It's not even the fact that alpha male, but you want to show this. You want to give this young man an example of how he should grow.
Alpha male.
Thing he should do.
But then you get those boys too. It's like, now what do you do when you get one of the boys is a teenager, and they've been used to being that man of the house, and that guy, he ain't been mean to the guy. The guy been cool.
You talking about if I come in while he's a teenager?
While he's a teenager, yeah.
Oh, you had a conversation. Mm-hmm. I mean, see, that's about, know what that is? That's
because I've been like, when I was a kid, so I was like, myself, I've been in my life since him and my mother got married when I was, I want to say 2, and then they had my other brother. You know
my thing about that is, if y'all listen to our podcast last week, we had a little segment where we talked about the kids on the street and talking to them. You know what I'm saying? And being how men should kind of, if you see somebody on the street doing something wrong, don't be afraid to say something to them. It's almost that same thing. If you go into a relationship with a woman and she has a teenage son and you just coming into here, that first little month or so while y'all getting to know each other, you kind of stay out the way because you're still working out your relationship. Mm-hmm. But when it seems like, okay, something's going to work out with that, you had that conversation with him because he going to buck up then, but you let him know, look, I'm going to be here and this is just how things are going to be. Mm-hmm. I understand that for a time you probably were the man of the house, you know what I'm saying? But okay, now it's time for you to kind of take a step back. You can't go in there and be like, okay, you a kid, you know what I'm saying, and you can't do this here because of the fact all this time he wasn't able to be a kid. So now as you being a man, you have to realize too that he had some responsibility that he shouldn't have had, but and you can't just go in there and take that. Yeah. So it's a give and take. You have to be able to communicate with this person.
Because you hit on horror stories, man.
You hit those horror stories because you hit those horror stories, and it's because of that. And I don't know how to, I don't want to equate this to it, but it's like, you know how a female tell you, I'm the only woman, or I'm the only.
Yeah, in the house. I'm the only.
You know what I'm saying, in the house, and it gets like the guys get like that too. You know what I'm saying, when they want to beat their chest, like I'm the man up in here, and everybody gonna do what I say.
I'm the daddy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the daddy. I'm the daddy. Yeah. What? you know, and there is no regard to the fact of the matter is before you came, they had a system and how they was taking care of stuff. And now you just gonna come in here and disrupt that system. You gonna go up in here and now look, I'm in here. I get the big piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? And this is how things
Not the
rock.
big piece of
I
chicken.
don't give a damn how old the little boy is. If I come in the house, I get the big piece of chicken. I don't give a damn what you been paying. If I'm laying the pipe, I get the big piece of chicken.
You know what? Without talking to that little boy about it, you're gonna have to beat the little boy ass.
Hey, shorty, we gonna have
Look,
to fight
little boy
over the
coming.
breast.
Look, little boy coming. You see that?
You ain't gonna fight over the
What
breast.
you do
What's
with
gonna
that?
happen
What you
is,
do with the chicken?
You know what? You're not gonna fight him over the breast. You're gonna fight him over being disrespectful to his mom. Because when she give you the big piece of chicken, he gonna jap out on her.
Like, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, he gonna come up, man, I'm so hungry. But Mama, what the hell you just did? You gave that motherfucker that rule that chicken.
See, it's gonna be one of those. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, because the beef is never gonna be with you directly. It's always gonna be that.
I disagree. I think it depends on the child.
Nah.
I can see.
On the child.
I can see the direction going towards the mom in a sense with the father. Like,
90%
you ain't
of
gonna
the
disrespect
time,
your mom.
90% of the time, the beef doesn't come to that man until the man says something to the kid. Now, what the kid does is he says things out loud, like he doesn't hide what he said.
I'm
But
sorry,
he don't.
that was a good sound clip when he was trying to try it out. I'm sorry. No,
He doesn't talk directly to the guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he got stuff to say. So
He'll
like
say
I'm talking
him,
to you,
or that one over
he'll
there.
come in the room with you and the woman in there, but he'll talk to her about you. You know what I'm saying?
Indirect.
And then when you say something, it'll be, man, I wasn't even talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, where it's like he trying to see where you at. He trying to see if you're gonna be a punk and sit there and take it, or if you're gonna ask his mom, or you gonna say something about that, or if you're gonna just go in on his ass.
I don't know, man. With these kids nowadays, man, you liable to come home and he be ready to fight you as soon as you walk in the door.
like, why you getting on me? Because I don't like the way you walking, nigga.
Come in the crib and he asking you who you is. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna get that too. You gonna get that first time you come in, especially if he been trying to take care of stuff. You gonna come in and he gonna, man, who is you? What you doing here with my mama? And don't let him have no brothers, because if he by himself, he might not be as tough. You know what I'm saying? He gonna probably, but he got a couple brothers now, and they run the house.
And they play football.
They ain't got to play football. You know, they just got to be, you know what I'm saying, a little plugged in the neighborhood, just a little.
I got a buddy, and you'll never believe this. I had a buddy into weightlifting and everything, went to school and all that together. And he was telling me a story about, he said him and his stuff are real cool now. But he said, I had to beat his ass for it to happen. So I listened and I said, what you mean you had to beat his ass? That don't even sound right. He said, look, you know how I am, yay. I said, yeah. He said, man, so I got a chicken crib. He said, I come home and he asked me, do your mama know that you got her in here? He said, I looked at her like, I've been running this. You just got here. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. My mom know. And so he called upon himself like, oh, you want to talk to me like that? So I'm going to call your mama. So he called my mama. My mama say something to him and say, yeah, I know he here. Why you questioning him? So everyday dude to say something because he mad because the mama didn't co-sign with him. He came in my face. And, I already stand 6'5" over him. And he's like, I did something like this. Bam. Hit on the top of the head. He said, we getting to fighting. So my mama happened to come in at the time. At that time, I got this nigga in the chokehold. And he like, you look at your son, you let that happen. He said, after that, every time I'm in the house, he's like, I ain't coming in this fucking house. He said, we got old and I understand I was wrong and I apologized to him. And he said, nah, I'm in that situation. And he's like, my mama used to tell him, why is this going to happen to you? And he said, I look at it now and I'm like, damn, did I really used to do that to him?
What is it like? Well, I'm not sure that either one of y'all will be able to say what it's like because I doubt it very serious that either one of y'all ever been in this situation. But how do you feel if you go into a woman's home, you're dating her, and you've met her kids, but you know they going down the wrong path, and you kind of afraid of them? It's almost like going to somebody's house and they got that pit bull that they don't ever want to put up. So you go in the house and their kids just like bad as hell, real deep in the streets. You don't really want to go in the door and just put your foot down on shorty because he just might whoop your ass.
Which would just happen, like I said, with my buddy happened with his stuff.
How does that dynamic work?
I honestly do not know.
Like everyone, only dated one woman that had children, but their kids were little, so I couldn't tell.
All I can say, I mean, she just can't have no man, or we can't go to your house. You know what I'm saying? You got to come over to my crib.
Look, the relationship ain't gonna go no further than us fucking.
That's really all that can
Right
be.
now you
come in the house, you got Bobby Smurd over there.
You reverted back to your high school ways because now you call her like, yeah, is he there?
I ain't even know what. I ain't even know that he there. We ain't never going to her house.
But can you guys talk to your boys? You know, house? Yeah, man, I'm about to call to see what's going on. We ain't call her. Yeah, well, hold up, you have to answer the little boy. Yo, what? Oh, yeah. Hey, how's your cable bill? You know we can get it cheaper from Dish.
Man,
is the mother at home there?
You never ever go to her house. Even if she wanted, man, ain't nobody here. Nah, because guess what? In that situation, it's even rough even if you ain't scared of them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things whereas when you sense some shit just can go wrong with this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I ain't no punk, okay, and now they ain't,
and ain't no kid.
They ain't no punk for in they terms of not being a punk. You know what I'm saying? But now you like, hey, look, they ain't gonna be able to punk me.
Something ain't gonna go right.
Something ain't gonna go right because they gonna say something, and I'm gonna say something.
Right? Because we gonna come in like, dude, you was a kid. You ain't gonna.
I'm coming there like some. You really want to go there? Me, you know, if I'm in that situation, I'm gonna make a phone call and I'm like, oh, really? Oh, it's like that? Okay, hold on then. If y'all really want to see how this works, y'all really want to see what it is to be street nigga, I'm gonna make a phone call. Then we'll see what go there. Then we'll see, and because the most of the time, what happens with the younger generation is they make a couple connections. You know what I'm saying? They went out and they probably got a pack or two, but they don't know the older generation or the ones right above them. And a lot of the times, the people who they hanging out on the street probably running under one of these old cats who they call themselves fucking with.
Ain't too many big homies out here on the streets now.
Yeah.
The big homies is either dead or in jail. That's why, if you look at it, there's so many renegade factions of the same gang.
You know what? I thought that until, you know, that little incident up at 112 when that one cat went to talking and dude made that one phone call and had all the heads of every neighborhood.
Yeah.
Had the heads.
Yeah, but you think about it, it's neighborhoods now. You know what I mean?
But guess what? That one person still called the one person who was running each neighborhood. And had them for his foot soldiers up there. He didn't call the low-level cat. He called the cats who was running each neighborhood. He had every cat running every neighborhood standing out there with pistols because he got upset with somebody. So there is still a hierarchy.
I don't know, man. I think it's okay. We can say that there's a hierarchy, but how many people actually following that?
You know what? Not a lot of the young people ain't. I mean, you know, they not following the older. Like you can't.
Ain't no structure.
You can't throw Hoover name out to these little kids. They don't get no damn
disagree.
about.
I think they respect Hoover. I think on the streets the younger guys respect Hoover, but it's the fact that they don't have no big homies. There's no structure.
But you'll see videos all plastered over YouTube when they're like F the homie. I mean, we know better because of the generation we come from. But I've seen it like, man, he ain't in these streets with us now.
The young folks, the young GDs, they never disrespect anybody. Any GDs, they don't disrespect Hoover. I've never seen. I've been around GDs my entire life. Life. Big, young, old, whatever. I've never heard any GD, even the renegades, the insanes, disrespect Larry Hoover.
I've heard it.
I've never heard the Bluefin BDs. I've never heard them disrespect David. I never heard that.
That's the thing. I've never heard a BD disrespect David. I've never heard MC disrespect Mickey Caldwell. I've never heard a Blackstone disrespect Jeff Ford. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I've heard Gangsta Disciples disrespectful.
You can watch. You can find it all on YouTube.
I've never heard.
Some of these young guys, I promise you, everything you can find it on YouTube.
I've never heard it. From the Insanes to the Renegades, I never heard it. Never.
Go on YouTube, type it in. I promise you, it's a young cat on there.
But
young cat on there, like, man, he ain't out here with us.
It's younger ones. I have not the ones who you say
in between, like in their early 20s, like mid 20s.
20s up. No, they not doing it.
They ain't doing it. But you get them young 19-year-old boys. They.
I ain't seen that. I seen anybody that fall under that umbrella. I've never seen it. Just like we ran down. I've never heard any BDs, even the BDs that's running under the 5. I've never heard them disrespect David. Never.
Nah, you don't hear that. Mm-hmm. I said the only one you've ever heard, and that's with newer age. I've heard GDs do it.
I don't know. I must be out of touch because I ain't heard it.
Now let's build on this disrespect type of thing right now. let's build on
some disrespect.
I want to build on this disrespect right now. How many times have you all ever been around, let's say, the older generation, the baby boomers now?
Oh, baby boomers really older.
The baby boomers are in their mid to late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
Now. And you get around the real cool ones, they kick it with it. Young fella, and you get that one. Like I ran into this one guy. I was teaching him. And you know, I'm the teacher, but I don't disrespect my elders, but at the same time, you're going to give me respect. He come to me, yes, sir, you will address me as Mr. So-and-so. I'm like, yeah, but I'm the instructor right now. I mean, I understand that, but I understand it, but I was calling out attendance. That's when he tried to check me.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
No, hold on. But I was calling out attendance. I wasn't just saying him. This is the first time ever meeting him, and I'm reading out everybody's name because I don't know any of my new students.
Do you have another person with the same last name as him?
No, he's the only one.
Did he have a male first name?
No, I ain't gonna say his first name, but it's
but did he? Yeah,
it's a very regular first and last name.
But it wasn't unisex. It was.
No, it was.
You knew it was a man.
It was a man.
I don't see nothing wrong with calling him Mr. Whatever.
I don't have a problem with me calling him Mr.
Mr.
Listen, I don't have a problem with me calling him Mr.
You have a problem with him coming to you while you doing.
While I'm doing the attendance, it's like that. You will address me as.
Were you done with attendance?
No, he had the first name. He was the first name on my list. He tried to check me real quick.
He should have.
You don't let disrespect get too far. You got to start that at the beginning.
Before I can get to the next person's name, the next person's like, I'm tired of this nigga. He's like, this nigga always coming here trying to talk about something I'm doing. It's just fuck you. He's the I was like,
damn, you got to fight already?
That's how he said. He's like, we get tired of him.
Yeah, please put this in perspective for the people that's listening. These aren't children.
No, these are not children.
Yeah, these older
these
people.
These are the senior citizen facility. I teach a various one, and I love all my students. And the one student that did that's my boy. And me and the other guy, we have a mutual understanding. But it was the way, like, he was the first name on the list, and I'm calling him saying, hello, everyone, ma'am, sir. Hello, everyone, my name, introduction. And I'm going to call each one's name so I can get to know who everyone is. First one on the list, you will address me as Mr. So-and-so. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm just calling out the names. No, you are younger than me. You would... Yeah, he 30-something years old. Fuck you. Ain't nobody got... I was like... Damn. Okay. All right, calm down. No, we tired of this nigga. Do you know he only came to my class one other time after that?
Because you didn't call him Mr.
In the beginning, it's like... I'm like... It's the very beginning. Like I'm just trying to get everybody's names.
You should have called him Mr.
So the story
you call me Mr. Tibbs. So the thing is, do some of our seniors go overboard with the respect, or do they go too far when they try to disrespect you, or just say what they feel they want to say, and because they're older, you just got to sit there and take it. Now, my father always told us, yes, you respect your elders, but at the same time, you're a grown man. They got to respect you too. Respect is a two-way street.
I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 60 years old and you talk to a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old deserves the same amount of respect that you give a 60-year-old. If a 60-year-old is talking to a 5-year-old like the 5-year-old is 20, then the 5-year-old deserves to talk. He reserves the right to talk back to that 60-year-old as if he was 20.
Mm-hmm.
As a parent, in front of that person, I'm gonna tell you, hey, baby, you don't talk to an adult like that. We'll take care of that when we get home. But in the back of my mind, I'm gonna think that's what you get. You don't talk to a child like that, so you want respect. You got to give respect to get it. I don't give a damn. There is no age limit on respect.
Mm-mm.
So if you 60 years old and you come talking to me at 27, as if I'm 5, I'm not gonna give you the same respect that you would have gotten if you would have came to me in a respectable manner. Now we at a point where it's like, okay, who gonna budge first? Mm-hmm. Because I can give it with the best of them.
Check this out. At the end, I ain't about to say that. At the end of everything, guess who get called Mr. First?
You.
Mm-hmm. I ain't have to say nothing. I was gonna call him out, but I ain't have to. After that, my other student cussed him out, and everybody else cussed. How you doing, Mr. Jones?
He Everything's fine.
How are you?
I wouldn't have called you Mr. Shit, and I would have fucked your name up on purpose.
I have everybody call me by my nickname because I don't want nobody messing up my name, my first name. I get tired of that.
Whatever name you gave me, you wouldn't have been there.
But he was. It's like I guess he got shook from the other one. He must have gotten into it with him before. Like it got to the point to where he left the building he was at and went to another one.
I think at some point older people that have that type of complex, I think at some point it's almost like the police officer that get power now and they take advantage.
You will answer me as officer or sir.
At some point in their life, they were bullied or something was going on with them where they felt powerless. So now you get to this point and you feel like, oh, I'm at this age where this is something that should just be granted to me. I should have this regardless of what's going on. You gonna respect me. You're gonna call me this. And it's like, to a certain extent, you're right. At a certain point in your life, you deserve to be called Mr. or Mrs. whatever your name is. Don't build off the assumption that just because you're that old, somebody's gonna do that.
And that's how he came at me, because I'm like, I didn't even get a chance to even get to say, because when I always respect my elders. I always say ma'am. I always say sir. When I first, they have to tell me, hey, man, you don't call me that. Just say my name. You ain't got to do that.
But the thing about that is, everybody wasn't raised that way.
Exactly.
And some people could call you by your first name as an elder and not mean any disrespect.
Exactly.
You know
exactly.
what I mean? It's
and even young folks, some young folks, they like within our age range. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being the role of I'm just the teacher. But I was gonna already give you that respect because you are my elder. But for you to jump at me before I even get a chance, and I'm literally first time meeting you, and you calling you.
Nah,
like
you
that?
was just disrespectful. You was just disrespectful.
Really?
Yeah, you supposed to call him. We gonna give him a name. You supposed to call him Mr. Unsaid. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just calling out the names for attendance because this is how I get paid, and this is how they keep the program. I have to know who is who.
Only way you get away with not calling him Mr. Unsaid is if you have another Mr. Unsaid in your class.
Nope.
You still don't get away from it then.
You got to.
Both of them are called.
But then you just put the Mr. on the front.
This whole thing was just like, don't call me by my first name. You need to address me by my last name.
So don't call him by his first name.
And when they all jumped on him like that, I ain't say no. I just looked like I didn't even get a chance to even say Mr.
I coach Pee Wee football, Dalton Bears. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't even know most of the kids. When a kid comes up to me and I ask him his name, when he give me his first name, I disregard it. When he give me his first name, I say, okay, what's your last name? If his last name is Williams, every kid on my team is Mr. Mr. Williams, how you doing this morning? Mr. Jones, how you doing this morning? Mr. Whatever, it's always Mr. You want to start them off early, you know what I'm saying? And because some people do get caught up on that, and they think that is a sign of respect. Sometimes I can be calling you Mr. Whatever, and they're not have no type of respect in it.
You know what I do in the morning when my son wakes up? It's a habit. Everybody know I got nicknames for him, but when my son wake up, I say, "Good morning, sir. How are you today?" He like, "I'm fine, sir. How you doing?" Yeah. You know, just get a kid, force that to get a kick out of that. Now, I feel like you say, you get a certain age, you get a certain level of respect. But who am I to demand, especially now? Who am I to demand you call me Mister?
I disagree with that. I think we should all demand respect.
No, I'm not saying like, but everybody's level of respect is different. Like when I get older, if I get older,
everybody's level of
respect is different.
I don't understand.
Okay, everybody has what they deem is respectful and what isn't. Everybody's perception of it is different. Okay. Like with me, I don't mind. Like I don't mind if I get older. Like if a kid don't want to call me Mr. Jones, that's not gonna. If they call me by my first name, that's not gonna bother me.
I don't know.
That's not gonna bother me.
I think.
But if I'm in a business setting, I don't want you calling me by my first name, and that's.
This is the thing.
I allow it, but like I don't mind that. I don't. It might change when I get older because I'm not. I got maybe about a couple more years before I can. But I don't mind that. I don't mind.
I think the thing is, most children that I come into contact with, is in some type of I don't say business, but some type of setting, whereas there should be some respect going on. So it's either coaching, or I'm at a school with a kid, or I'm in a customer's house, you know, or it's one of my kids.
You're in a control setting where you're the authority figure.
Well, I'm the authority figure. So if I mess around and I'm walking around one of the kids, but hey, Vale, who the fuck are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? We ain't.
That won't bother. The way I approach, especially like with my teaching, and when I teach kids, I come off of that. I just mean heavily. If I'm not saying like I gotta be buddy, but I come off of that. I wish I had the word I'm trying to say. I'm very approachable, but I believe in that. If you're comfortable with me, you'll learn more. You'll learn much more easy. That's just my belief.
if nephew's son is at the house playing nephew's
Not what my son saying.
No.
Oh.
If nephew's friend is at the house playing a video game, is it all right for him to come up to you and call you by your
and
first name?
then this is where the contradiction comes in. This is where the contradiction comes in. This is where look, I'm man enough to admit this. This is when the contradiction comes in. Average little dude on the street. And this is a little different because, sometimes my name is out there. My name is very unique. But my son friend, come on. Yo, Danye, what's up? How you feel? Get this little chickaboo out of my house. You will respect me as Mr. Jones. My name is Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
That's where That's where the contradiction comes in.
Now you
but if I'm outside, you're right. You know what? Prime example today. I'm at the gas station. I want to get some gas, and two young ladies were there. They're like kids. One teenage, one little girl. She asked, man, I need some change. I need 57 cents. And the girl like, I don't have it. I say, how much you need, darling? She said, I just need 50 cents. I said, here, we'll take this $1. Like, these old people so nice. I felt kind of, I knew where it came from, but I felt kind of like, old? I'll be 33 next month. I'm not old.
I was trying to get some of that.
No, these are kids.
She old enough to pee. She old enough for me.
These kids. That ain't where I came. That ain't where I'm coming from. Hold on. Matter of fact, where my phone at? This ain't me. I'm gonna let y'all hear something real quick.
I need to hear it.
You need to hear it.
I need to hear it.
You need to hear it. Mm-mm. You need to hear it.
My opinion. What? My opinion about.
But I just felt kind of. I felt some type of way about that, dog.
I think we do have a group of older people who believe that
no matter what they say, you have to respect them.
It's not the fact that no matter what they say. I mean, I think like some of the older people I've been coming into contact with have the thought process of everyone is a child if you're not close to the age. Yeah. Like you could be 30 years old, but it's like I got kids your age. You know what I'm saying? So you're still a child to me.
That's disrespectful to me. But I understand. But you understand where it's coming from. But at the same time,
I don't understand where it's coming from.
Where's that coming from?
Because see, the thing is, I relate everything to my family. You know what I'm saying, and how we interact. And my mom doesn't treat me as a child.
True.
So my mom doesn't treat me. My dad don't treat me as a child. And you cannot treat me as a child. You know what I'm saying, I respect them, so I respect you also. But in the same sense, I'm very ignorant. So if you
that is very true.
Yes.
If you don't respect me, you probably gonna get it back 2 or 3 times, you know what I'm saying, worse than what you giving it out.
Respect is a two-way street. Is the way you give is the way you gonna get
it. The way you don't give it, most of the time you get it back worse than what you trying to give out. When you trying to be an ass to most people, you really get that asshole back to you, and you can't handle it.
Or you get those ones. I'm 75 years old. I done been through shit.
And you know what? It shocks. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a story. I mean, my best friend is my best friend talks shit with the best of them. I mean, cause
I know this story.
I know.
He talks shit with the best of them because his mom. I mean, you go to his house. My best friend, he talks. I'm telling you that. He the type. He grew up in an environment where he get to talk to his mama. I mean, they get to talk about each other, and his mama would be talking to him and say, "Yo, mama." You know what I'm saying? This is the environment that he grows up in. So I was at a spot with him, and him and the older lady got to it, and she was trying to go back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? She told her little joke. He told his. She thought she caught him. She told another one. He told his. We sit there for a minute. I'm looking like this ain't finna go good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't gonna end well. She said a little one. The next one he hit her with, it changed her understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's like ain't that what like Mike F said? Like we was just talking about, look at the shoes, and that shoe. Then he gonna say something about my career.
He said something, and then all of a sudden she was like, hold on. I am an adult. You know what I'm saying? I am your elder. You will respect me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, hold on.
Oh, now.
A minute ago, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was, buddy. But it's like, you have to be mindful of how you talk to people. Because everybody...
don't play like that.
It ain't the fact don't play like that. Because he's built like me. It's all jokes to us. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you say, we going in, it's all jokes. So, I mean, I'm not... Well, even if I'm going at an elder, it's not personal most of the time. Most of the time, I'm in it for the laugh. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, you got me. You could say something about me. I mean, I've had the funniest thing in the world that anybody ever said to me was I was in a relationship and her and her friend, her best friend, was at my mom's house. We supposed to been going to a party, and I'm in there saying, "Hey, y'all, it's time to go. Let's move." And they wouldn't move. They in there kicking it with my mama. I said, "It's time to go." Nobody would move, so I jumped there. I just went outside and said, "Okay, my guy, he with me." He said, "What you gonna do?" I said, "I'm finna get him to come out the house." He asked me how I was gonna do that. I jumped in the car, started the car up, and pulled off. When I pull off, I see them hit the porch, but I was just going around the block just to let them know it's time to go. When I come back around the block, they standing on the steps ready. Jumped in the car, and the first thing her friend said when she jumped in the car was, "You an ignorant little fucker." Funniest thing in the world to me, you know what I'm saying? Didn't hurt my feelings or nothing. I laughed the whole night about the shit. Because to me, it was funny. Because guess what? Yes, I was being ignorant at the time. But in my opinion,
But we had to go.
you deserve that also. You know what I'm saying? But I think older people are kind of like that. It's the fact they think that they've put in so much time, you know what I'm saying, that they have earned the right to be rude. They have earned the right, you know what I'm saying, to say whatever's on their mind. Because, like, our uncles, oh, my God.
Yeah, I know.
Our uncles, oh, my God. Oh, Lord, I'm going to tell you now.
I know it's one, too.
No.
That's real disrespectful.
No, it ain't. These cats in the grocery store. Now, mind you, they 72 and the baby uncle was
The baby
like,
58.
He 58?
Mm-hmm.
He 58.
Just made it, too, man.
No. The one above, because the one above the baby. I'm talking about that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He like 59 right up in there. But we in the grocery store. Took him to the grocery store. I mean, the most, y'all think I'm rude?
No, I know. I've been there.
These cats the most disrespectful cats.
And when my granddaddy was of mine, sound mind.
He not as bad as them.
But
he talks crazy, but these cats is in there like, "Girl, man, look at the pussy on that girl." Loud as hell, you like, Uncle, you can't say that. Why can't I say that? It's a good pussy. Look at it, how it looks.
I know what you talking about. I know. I've seen that happen. We was in the we was at what restaurant we was at. I know what you talking about. He's like, "Boy, look at that. Listen, that pussy won't know what hit her if I get to it."
Man,
I'm like, she just gave you biscuits, dog.
They get.
And
so
she heard
old,
you.
They get so old where they just honest about it too. I mean, it was a situation. I'm gonna tell y'all a little family business. We had a situation whereas one of my uncles, it's a young lady who was around the house. She's not family, but she was around the house. And like,
I know where this going.
She would be not like when people ain't around. She would ask him for some money. So he give her $10 this day, $20 that day.
This one.
$10 this day, $20 this day. One of these days, nobody's there. She was there. She asked him for some money. He give her the $20. Then in turn, he asked her, "Well, when you gonna give me some of that pussy?" She goes off, tells her mom and everybody they want us to beat up on her.
I came the next day when this happened.
So when I go over there, I go over there to kind of try to settle the situation.
Hold on, me and you was there? What? I think
we was there over there.
Yeah, we was there.
But then I asked him, "Man, why would you say that to her?" He said, "Because I wanted some of that pussy."
She came over and she like, look, she came over every day, asked me for some money.
So he figured he had bought it.
Hey, she in the house with me.
Yeah, but the thing is, like older people, I think they actually feel that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I've lived long enough, as you know,
I pay my dues.
What you gonna do to me? And I think that's the thing. I'm already halfway out of here.
I'm foot in the grave.
I'm already checking out what you gonna do to me. The old people are bumpy. My first time ever going to the riverboat, an old woman tried to shoulder charge me.
Straight up.
I'm 21 years old, and I was a dice shooter in my younger days. My mom knows that I was real good on.
You was a dyke shooter.
Dice. You just been get me locked up. I just run around shooting dice.
Hey, crimes.
Hit it with the 4-5.
8 crimes.
I was a dice shooter, and my mom knows I was really good with shooting dice. So as soon as I hit 21, my mom was like, "Come on, I'm gonna take you to the riverboat." It was at that time it was the Majestic, but it was like two different boats. But the Majestic, we was out there, and
we gotta hit the casino up again. As a matter of fact,
this is back in the days where the boat only boarded every even hour because they said it was supposedly going out on the water. I doubt it ever went anywhere, but you couldn't get on the boat for every even hour. You had to. So if you got there at 7 o'clock, you had to wait till 8 o'clock. So we got there a little early, and we waiting so that what they would do is it would be a rush of people getting on. So while we getting on walking, and mind you, I mean, once I hit a certain age, I got a little thick. It's a family trait. We thicken up a little bit. This old bro, she had to be about 68, 70, something like that there. Thin, I mean, like a mic stand. She walking, had clothes on her like she a hanger. And she coming straight toward me. And I'm watching her walking. I'm like, okay, is she going to move? I'm like, but I'm gentleman enough where it's like, okay, I'm not going to run into the old lady. but I was still kind of walking my straight path.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get maybe about 3 feet from each other, I see her charge the shoulder up. You know what I'm saying? Like she read it
like this.
She read it back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she revved it.
She revved it up. You know what I'm saying? When she read it back, and I mean, dove into the shoulder coming at me. I mean, I saloon daughter. You know what I'm saying? I just went on a swan daughter.
Slick.
She went past me with a couple of, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I would have dislocated every shoulder blade she had. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have hit
connected head on.
But I'm like, see, that's what happened with old people. Though. I mean, man, old people are rude. They are. They rude. And not every old person. Not everyone. But a lot of y'all representatives are giving y'all bad names.
Representatives.
They are. They out here being rude.
The old
they
people
out
game.
here being disrespectful. You know, there are a lot who got some stuff going on who are trying to help out with kids. They see people doing stuff. They don't know how to talk to them, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to relate to them.
It's that, but you can swallow it up to generational, like a generation.
Swallow it up.
To generation gap.
You know what? I think we're gonna have to put a segment aside for pause-worthy moments by Papa Yang.
Hold on now. He said one earlier. You say some too.
I have yet to have a pause.
You have one. Don't let you go back to the archives.
I've yet to have a pause-worthy moment on air. Dig it up. It's not there.
You had one.
You just said dick it up.
I said dig it up.
No, you didn't.
I said dig it up.
No, you said dick it up.
You said dig it up.
And you look, and you can't use that South Side draw. Not on this one.
Y'all trying to throw y'all homosexual thoughts on me.
That's you.
Oh, but look, okay.
He said it earlier today. What did he say? I think I need to start a scandal.
I can't stand it. If that's how you make it, the dick's my way. I make it.
You know, Empire gonna be shooting back again in June. You know, you might want to.
Jamal need a new love interest.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is y'all telling me for?
You want to start a? Hold on. He want to start a scandal.
I said a rumor. God, you know what a rumor is?
That's a scandal.
A rumor is a scandal?
TV show told us that. Yeah, they just
okay. That's what I was saying.
Hey, matter of fact, hold on. Let me say something. Y'all know about the ghetto dictionary, right?
The ghetto dictionary.
Ghetto dictionary. And Jay was over here eating chicken, and I don't know why I'm gonna say this because y'all gonna make fun of me. And my name is in there, my government name. But do you know what my government name stands for? My government name. You know what my government name stands for in the ghetto dictionary?
Urban Dictionary?
Urban Dictionary. No, it stands for chicken eater. So if somebody put it in the sentence, I be sure they ain't some chicken.
Your name stands for eating?
Like eating chicken.
So why would you say chicken in it too?
You'll be chicken eating some chicken.
Then he be saying, he like, I show me dang ain't that, but that's how they put it in there.
That's redundant.
I didn't make it up.
So it doesn't mean eating chicken. It means
it's like
eating.
Eating chicken. That's what it says.
No, it means eating.
Look it up. Look at that. It says eating chicken.
If you say I'll show be dang yang some chicken, dang yang cannot mean eating chicken.
But that
if you have to use chicken after it.
I didn't make it up. I did not make it up.
You misread it.
Well, hold on. We getting it up right here. You gonna speak on it and read it out.
That was another pause-worthy moment. We getting it up right here. And this portion of the show is brought to you by
EA.
Unnecessary Facts by Papa Ye.
It wasn't no unnecessary. What it say?
Alright. Danye, noun, a common term used to express the love of fried chicken.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Verb, the act of eating fried chicken. Example 1. That guy Danye's that fried chicken. Example 2. I'm Danyang this fried chicken.
Yeah, both of them mean love though. Like I'm loving this chicken. That guy sure love because like the first definition was what?
Is the love fried, but the second one is a verb saying eating of, the act of eating.
The act of eating, but it doesn't mean like you could actually use it for watermelon.
But no, it says
I'm
one that loves.
this
But it
watermelon.
Says what's the definition? It's a term used to express the love of fried chicken.
Right. It says
you can't use it in watermelon.
Chicken,
if you have to use chicken in the sentence, you can substitute that for something else.
You can't. Don't tell me what my name is.
In other news, fellas,
I just poured a respect moment on that.
This guy. What I was trying to say is, we was talking about them old people. It had me thinking about. It actually had me thinking about a story I read on Facebook while I was trying to, get my social media came up. This little girl, she was I think they said she was 15.
Mm-hmm.
She, I think they said she was in Atlanta. I'm not really sure of the state that she was in or the city that she was in. How the story goes, her mom gets a text from her, and the text from her says, "I'm sorry, Mom. I just got to go fight this girl one last time. Or I got to basically get this over with."
Okay.
She goes to meet this little girl to fight, and she gets shot.
Damn.
She dies. A couple people get shot. The thing is, the girl she goes to fight is not the one who shoots her. It's two guys who shoot her because I guess one of the guys is dating the girl that she goes to fight. My thing, thinking about the story, first off, that in itself is sad, but that in itself is one conversation we can have. But what caught me about the story was after the little girl gets killed, mom found out her daughter's dead. Of course, she's distraught about it.
Mm-hmm.
But in order for the funeral, she had to do
Kickstarter.
a fund me, basically.
Yeah, the fund to pay for the
she had to pay for the funeral. And my thought about that is as African Americans, for what we are called, I don't like to be called African American, but for the masses that they like to be called African Americans, we don't really believe in life insurance until it's too late to actually have life insurance in. I mean, is there a growing issue with us? And it's not even just life insurance. I think anything that kind of deals with us getting our affairs in order in that vein, whether it be like a will, a living will,
yeah,
or anything of that nature, we either don't want to talk about it or we feel it's not for us. Because insurance as a whole, I don't think black people really want to deal. Even with car insurance, I mean, you got a select few who kind of believe, okay, look, we got to do this, and the government makes you do it. But for the most part, I think most of them believe we pay insurance for nothing.
Because it's like I don't see the return in it. Because I'm like, the insurance, what would Chris Rock say? Insurance is for in case shit happens.
Yeah.
And of course, you ain't gonna see nothing if shit happen. If shit don't happen, but he's like, we get that saying. I've heard people say, "Well, what if I live all my life? I know I got a few years left. I'm like such and such age. Do I get that money back?" Which I don't get that question because you know what you're paying into. Like for me, I had like my car accident almost 10 years ago. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't have insurance, medical insurance. I had, car insurance. I had life insurance, but I didn't have medical insurance. I can chalk that up to me being young. And I can't say I don't know the importance of it because of our parents. They tell us that. But at the time, I didn't make enough. I didn't make enough to be able to afford it, and it wasn't offered to me at the job that I had at the time. Even though you can go out and get it yourself, but it's not like it is now with Obamacare and whatnot. At 24, 25, I simply couldn't afford it, and then even at that age, I'm not thinking about. I'm trying to worry about the next piece of pussy I'm gonna get. I'm not thinking about paying for no damn insurance.
I don't want to generalize all black people because I'm a prime example of one who understands the importance of insurance. And let's be clear, insurance is not for you. Life insurance is not for you.
No, it's for the people you leave behind.
Right. Yeah. So in my
And in actuality, too, with that, the correct way for life insurance is for both. Because this is the thing.
You can get hurt and get that insurance.
Well, the lesson in life insurance, what I learned, is this is it. And what happens with a lot of African Americans also, or minorities, we'll just say minorities. What happens with a lot of minorities is they are taught, if you do get health insurance, if you do get life insurance, they teach you to get a whole life policy. You get a whole life policy and they tell you all the pros about it is, it can build equity on it, you can borrow money from it, and things like that. But the correct way that you should actually get, life insurance is the fact, a whole life policy is nothing you should ever buy. Unless you are 62 years old and that, what is that? Colonial
pen and all that,
like that.
AARP.
But say we're gonna go with Jay for example. Jay's 27 years old. A whole life policy probably gonna cost him $200 a month. We'll give him $150,000 worth of coverage for that $200 a month. What Jay actually should do is act like he's going to spend that $200 a month, but he should get a term life policy. A term life policy is only good for a certain number of years. So you get a 20-year term life policy, you're going to get that same $150,000 coverage, but it's only going to cost you maybe $100, $125.
Not even that. Actually, it's cheaper than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an example. I wanted to get insurance on my brother and my mother, my birth mother. I mean, not my brother. I'm saying my son and my birth mother. And I was talking to my mom upstairs, and she was telling me how much it would be for my son, like with life insurance, like that term life. I pay $15 a month,
right,
for coverage
but it's cheaper for children.
Right, for children.
It's cheaper for children.
And even for my mother, who was a former smoker, $23 a month.
Right, but then
for,
the thing is,
for $100,000 policy.
But what we don't tell them about that is the rest of that money. You still should act like you have that policy that costs you $200, because you should take that money and then take it in turn and invest it either in a mutual fund or and you want to put it in a high yield account, something like a CD or something that's going to have
it's going to appreciate.
That's going to kind of run the same. That's going to run congruently with the term life policy. So by the end of that policy, you no longer need life insurance because you've built up enough money
to be able to take care of some things.
If something happens to you, then you already have that money to take care of. If in the case of your untimely demise, you can take care of that if you also have your will in place. And I think that we're not taught how to be financially responsible for our afterlife. And a lot of us just don't want to have the conversation either.
And that's the big issue. Because I don't think insurance is more of a problem than the actual will. I think there are more minorities with insurance, life insurance. A will is the thing that they don't talk about. Now, a will is something that I honestly believe us as minorities feel as though, like, the minute you write it, you're gonna die. Like, that's the reason.
But you
why
know what? That's a realistic.
You're on your deathbed.
That's a realistic. That's a realistic fear. And me and Grandma had a conversation about this. She's like, "Listen, you know, Grandma's older, but she's like, listen, I got to write this. Everything that's going on with my grandfather. So we need to write this living will for me. I mean, not me, her. She's like, I need to write this because you don't know what can happen. And you young now. She's like, it's best if you young now. She's like, y'all got videos and all that camera. Won't you write it? Won't you film it? As you young now, then you can and still have it backed
and
up.
You
paper,
edit it.
and you edit it.
You can put your will together when you're young, and then you just amend it.
Add to it or amend to it.
Goes on. You take away from it, you add to it. But I think this is a conversation we need to have more in our community, and it just helps because like with it, my thing is for the people to have to go through a GoFundMe account basically to bury their daughter. To me, that said more to me than the fact of what happened to the daughter. Now, what happened to her was a tragedy in itself, you know what I'm saying? And the two, the gentlemen, I think they did catch the gentleman.
Okay.
I think they caught him. I know they put their names out.
First of all, we will not refer to those two savages as gentlemen.
There's not gentlemen at all.
We will not refer to them as gentlemen.
I can go with that.
No more punk ass motherfuckers.
And they were teenagers too.
I don't give a damn how old they were.
I'm just saying they were.
You able to commit an adult crime? Fuck you. In that sense, you don't get that respect. And then that's a female. And then that's a female.
I can go with I mean,
I don't give a damn if it was a puppy. Murder is murder.
Yeah.
You ain't no gentleman if you out here murdering motherfuckers. We not gonna refer to them two as gentlemen.
Okay, the two ass wipes who did it, and I think they caught them. But like I said, I was more so moved with the fact that there was no way for them to bear. Because like I said, if they didn't get any donation, I think at the point I read the story, they had raised $5,000 of their $10,000 goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
now what they say. With that being said, what's the average cost for a funeral nowadays?
$10,000.
But the thing about it is, I don't want to jump off the deep end and say that it was more neglect because we don't know the situation.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it was neglect. I'm not. I'm saying, but that just got me thinking as on a whole. Because see, the thing is, in my early days, you know what I'm saying, I dealt with life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I used to do Primerica when I was 21, 22.
Yeah, they tried to get me with that scam.
It's not actually a scam. I mean, business-wise, I mean, a lot of people, and this is going to take us on a different subject, but a lot of people view multi-level marketing as a scam, and it's not a scam. In all actuality, everything that you do is multi-level marketing. Everything you think of McDonald's is multi-level marketing. You just don't get paid for it. Multi-level marketing is based off the fact that you liking a product and you promoting that product to somebody else and wanting them to take part of it and you get paid for it. What happens with everything else in the world, you promote everything else, you just don't get paid for it. You promote New Era hats, they just don't pay you for it.
But for a year, they was giving it to me almost free.
So it was,
just for promoting
but you still was promoting them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get paid for it. I mean, everything that we like, we promote. And I'm like, I'm not as fly as these other two guys here. So I promote Foreman Mills like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I walk around.
First off, ain't nothing wrong with Foreman Mills.
But I'm saying that's my store. But I walk in
two generations raised off of that.
I'm letting people know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm standing somewhere and somebody tell me, man, I gotta go get some jeans. I'm like, hey, see these jeans I got on? Got them from Foreman Mills.
You know what? You sound like my daddy right now.
That's me though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go for all my work clothes. So the thing is that. The thing is, you promote whatever it is that you like, and that's what multi-level marketing basically is. So at that time, when I was 21, I was dealing with Primerica, and what their goal is basically is what we're talking about, is to educate people on the fact that life insurance is important, that investing your money is important, that having a will is important. That's basically what it's set up off. A lot of people don't want to talk to it because of the fact that because multi-level marketing has a negative connotation.
Well, that's because a lot of them get caught up in those pyramid schemes.
But see, that's just it. They think it's a pyramid scheme because it's multi-level marketing.
Well, no, I mean, some of them have been proven to be pyramid schemes. You don't get a black eye, just because you woke up. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a black eye because you woke up. You get a black eye because you got hit in your eye. Something caused that. You know what I mean? That was a cause for that effect.
No, but see, the thing is, like I said, with multi-level marketing, they are called pyramid scheme because of how the pay structure is paid out. And the thing is, a lot of people, this thing, multi-level marketing is not for everybody.
No.
First, hands down, it's not for everybody. But a lot of people promote it as get rich quick, because all you got to do is do this here, and you're gonna be so exciting. And once you bring people in, we gonna make money. And the thing that usually happens, and that's with all of them, Primerica, whatever multi-level marketing thing you can come up with, I can get 75%, and that's a low number, I'm pretty sure. 75% of the people who get into it are not gonna make money. Because first off, they're not going to promote it to the people. Or second off, they're going to try to promote it to their family, who's not going to want to have nothing to do with it. And then they're never able to build that team up under them of people so they can actually see the growth of the money they make. So what happens is, they up under a person, and then maybe a person on the other side, however it is, but we all in here and we don't make no money. So now what we do is go around and we badmouth and we tell everybody that it's worthless and it ain't nothing but a scam. You're going to pay your money to be a part of it, and then you're going to have somebody else tell you that, you had to pay money to get into it. Well, then it's a scam if you had to pay to be. Why you got to pay money to be in business? And the thing
I think that's the dumbest thing in the world, though.
It's the stupidest thing a person can tell you.
You have to spend money to make money, and you have to be able to invest in yourself. And that's just something that we can talk about. I think if we can generalize that and say the majority of us minorities being black people, we don't do that enough.
What they tell you, the number one rule is, eat regardless if you got your own business or you work somewhere else. As soon as you get your check, what do you do first?
Pay yourself.
Yep.
First thing you're supposed to do out your check is pay yourself.
Yep.
If you work for somebody else or if you work for yourself, the first thing you're supposed to do is pay yourself.
Yep.
Then after you pay yourself,
then
you shut your taxes. Actually,
Yep,
I mean, that's what the church say.
Yeah.
That's what the church say. Oh, and we finna bounce around one more thing, because just because you brought that up, I read another article on my social media this morning. In the last 30 years, the black church has taken in $620 billion in donations.
And how many years?
The last 30.
I can believe that.
Time out. Now, where do we get these numbers from?
Actually, they have actually been investigating the churches because people have been complaining about. So like my man,
just like that guy said, man, we've been paying for this building fund for 30 years, and we still got that same crack in that Jesus like this.
The man, Grace Jones' brother.
Yeah, Noel Jones, preaches L.A.
Oh, okay.
They had his church is under investigation because his church is under investigation. They say
all those mega churches.
Last year alone, Creflo Dollars. His church, because I keep putting an extra S on there.
Creflo Dollars.
His church brought in $62 million just last year.
So wait, are they investigating the people that go to that?
They're investigating the churches and stuff to see like basically
really
they're trying to say they're misappropriating the money now. So it's like you getting
How
all
can
this.
you say that though?
Look, prime example. I went to when I was in Dallas.
How can you say you're misappropriating a donation?
But a little bit like this. You know how you hear these rumors.
Well,
you
hear
these rumors about folks saying that as you go to a certain church, they got a VIP section. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I've actually kind of seen it.
I've been to a mega church in Texas. Y'all probably know who it is. I went there and like some people couldn't get in. They got the TV screen outside.
Right.
They got some people
What?
In that church, if you can't make it in,
Yeah, if you can't get in,
they got the big TV screen outside.
If you can't get
because it's so crowded.
It's so crowded.
There's so many people that
And
you can't get into the
they
church.
got like the big spenders. They have a certain section in that church. Well, this is for them, almost roped off like VIP.
You're joking.
Nah.
I've been there. I want to go because I want to see what all the hoopla was about. I was actually able to get in and seen this, but it's a huge church and it's crowded. But even they have the bus come get you if you can't make it there, and if you do it, they got this big screen outside. And I said, what they do when it's raining? They got a big tent that covers it up, and they got it all outside, and you can see it. So and then it's like, man, then you see what all this money. That's where all this money coming from.
Church is bringing a lot of money.
So wait, okay. So explain to me how you can misappropriate a donation.
I think the thing what they're looking for is because the money that the church brings in is supposed to pay the salary for the pastor.
Right.
It's supposed to pay for the building. Anything needs to be done in the building. And
The deacons or something like that.
it pays any salary.
Volunteer.
It pays any salary that has to be done. Pays for any overhead for the building. So mortgage got to get paid out of that, light bill, gas bill, lights. Water. All that's supposed to be paid out of that. And then there should be. I guess they figure there should be a surplus of money that there should be things going on in the community. But what you see a lot of is a lot of pastors and Rolls Royces. You know what I'm saying? Jewelry, and there's nothing being given back to the community. I think is what they're saying out of it. Now that doesn't mean that the money is being misappropriated because the church itself does. Actually, the church has a.
They do have bylaws, like the Church of God in Christ. They have like an organization.
They do have.
what
I'm saying, they do have a. I won't say a law, but they do have an obligation to do something because see, the church is a not-for-profit organization,
and they separate from the state. So
they have to file.
If you want to keep that what's that full
501c3.
If you want to keep that status and not become a business, even though church is a business, if you want to keep that status, you have to do certain things within that community that your church is in.
Well, actually, it's just actually you don't have to go out and do anything in the community.
I thought
you have to do
have
to do whatever you put into your 501c3 application because you have to put in that application. You have to let them know what it is that you do and why you're going to be a not-for-profit. What you're going to be doing, what your company's going to do. So as long as you do that, you're fine. But also, any money that you're making in that 501c3 has to be going towards the goal that you set forth in that paperwork.
So is this money tax-free?
Yeah, because you don't pay taxes on that because that separates the church and state.
It's a not-for-profit.
Not-for-profit.
They have a tax exempt number. Now, in actuality, at the end of the year,
they do get audited.
They still get audited, and they still might have to pay a tax. Basically, like say at the end of the year, they got $1 million sitting in the bank. They're allowed to do that because they're not for. Just because they're not for profit doesn't mean you can't have a profit, but it means that money has to be going back into the building of the business and not into somebody else's pocket. So you will get.
That's
audited.
where the issue comes in.
You will get audited to show the payrolls and everything you're doing. Then that money that's left in the bank, you have to show where that money is going, and then there might be a tax on that money. All the things that you go out and purchase, because everything you go out and purchase is purchased under your not-for-profit, so you don't pay taxes on anything that you buy. You can go out with your tax exempt number to, like, say if you go to Home Depot, your business, you go in there, show them your taxes, and they'll put you in the system. You never have to pay taxes there. So, but now, at one point, you're going to get audited, whereas they're going to call for all those receipts or whatever. They'll go to Home Depot, get a list of those receipts, because Home Depot has to send that in. Whoever you don't pay taxes to have to show the IRS, yeah, we sold these goods to this person, but we didn't get taxes on this because you gave them a tax exempt status.
And then the other issue is, like I said, we're in agreement. The pastor is supposed to be paid. But it's like, you got this car. Are you getting it from your stipend as the pastor, or are you taking it out of that? Are you taking it out of that surplus?
It's a dead giveaway if the pastor goes and buys a car and he's paying for
a certain amount of
using the tax exempt number.
Yeah.
So now this is where you're misappropriating.
Like, how did you get that plane? Like, one of that pastor actually has a certain plane.
The church buys it,
right?
Because you have a lot of churches that'll buy their pastor cars.
Okay. How many churches buying their pastors Rolls Royces?
Not a lot.
I don't think it's a lot.
Because if you watch the preachers of L.A., the preachers of Detroit, there's always that one or two.
I mean,
they got that role.
I think the issue a lot of people had is the money that some pastors make, and I think that should be directly related to the number of members. I don't really like say with Bishop Eddie Long. That's his name. Bishop Eddie Long. He got the biggest church, period,
in Atlanta.
He got the
People
biggest.
still go to Eddie Long Church?
It's not bigger than what's
I
name
thought after
in
he kept,
Dallas.
after he was messing with them little boys, I thought everybody left him.
When he's like, man, he came out with the Vaseline and everything.
Okay, I mean, I'm not
You
Bishop
talking
Eddie Long.
Creflo?
No, I'm talking Grace
Oh.
Jones' brother.
Noel.
In
Noel, that's what I
LA,
meant.
yeah.
Noel Jones, right?
Yeah.
Noel Jones. His church is huge. He got over 20,000 members.
Yeah, he goes like he got
So-
a church in Africa and all that.
So his salary should be huge because he should get a percentage of everybody's tithe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got 20,000 members. We bringing in more money than, I don't know, Bishop Duncan over on 37th Street. You know what I'm saying? Who got 5,000 members. So a lot of people try to make it equal. Like, why he making more money than him? You know what I'm saying? And they all both of them passing. It's because of the size of his church.
yeah, I can agree with that.
How many of these pastors do you guys believe are doing this as a hustle and not in it for the word?
I'm gonna say something. Out of 100%, I'm gonna tell you this. In my honest to God, and this is even going based on Bible. What does it say? There's gonna be more snakes in the garden than you got actual people. There's gonna be more false prophets.
More false prophets.
I can tell you right now, and to be honest, and I'm probably being generous when I say this. Out of 100, I can say only 5% are, I believe, in my opinion, are actually of quote unquote.
I don't honestly, I don't know how.
And I might give them 10. I might give you 10 just based off of that. Even when the Lord, if you're going really in the Bible, when the Lord say only the most righteous even the most righteous gonna barely make it into heaven. So what that tell you for the rest of us?
I don't know how I feel about with pastors right now. There are one or two who are not in the public eye who I've met personally,
Right.
who I think are trying to live right.
Trying to.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to mega churches, it's hard to say that man is of Christ.
Especially when you're seeing stuff like I just told you, the television outside.
When you see stuff even like with Bishop Noel. Is he Bishop Noel?
Yeah, he's a bishop. He's
Bishop
a long
Noel.
line of bishops.
Well, I'm saying even like because I didn't watch their TV show too much, but I watched 1 or 2 episodes. But I know he had like a bride on the side, and he was like, "Yeah, this is my little side piece," and he didn't have a main woman. It was just
her.
But he had just her, but she still was his side piece. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Well,
like,
no, the thing about it was with her, she wasn't his side piece. That was his. He was never claiming her as his woman.
But that was his woman.
It was
Right.
his. It was his girl. That what they was doing was not put out in the public, but we know he was fucking on her.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was fucking on her, and that was his woman, but he never claimed her as his woman. He always just called her
My
his
friend.
You know what I mean? And he was doing some shit he wasn't supposed to be doing by fucking on her, and they ain't married.
and that's the thing. So now, I mean, that in itself, you know, a lot of these pastors are doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And the thing is, if you're gonna, I'm not gonna put you on a pedestal and make you, because I understand you still a man and you still gonna make a mistake. But I think you should be trying harder than I am to
Especially
walk
when
that
you
straight line.
quote unquote.
Or at
man
least
of the
do
cloth.
me a solid and hide it from me. Don't be as bold to put it out there. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do, or what you gonna say about it.
They got this one preacher. Have y'all seen the new Preachers of Detroit?
No, I
Nah.
haven't.
You got this young jackleg preacher out there, right? Every time,
nigga Jack.
you know,
Like a shade tree mechanic.
yeah. So they try. He every time he do like sometimes a confession, he goes to a smokehouse,
Like a weed, like smoke weed.
like where they do hookahs and
hookah.
and they do cigars. He goes there.
Is that bad? Are you not allowed to smoke?
You know,
I don't us murky on X. I don't know how to really
the
say that.
interpretation of the Bible is a person by
Matter of
person
fact.
thing,
Right.
because people take verses out the Bible and use them.
And they warp it to their own advantage.
The only thing, because like some people will tell you you're not supposed to smoke or drink because the Bible says treat the body as a temple or whatever. Then you're gonna get somebody who's gonna say, well, the Bible don't say that you can't smoke specifically. And Jesus gave them wine, so why can't we drink? So it's taken and it's used to whatever, because every verse almost can be interpreted 2 to 3 different ways.
Right.
And then the thing is, how they interpret it is they'll read something in Luke, and in order to get clarification on what it says, they'll go back to 6 chapters before in verse 18 of Psalms,
Right.
and say, see here in Psalms it say this here, so that clarifies what it says over here in Luke. It's like, what? Why can't I just read the next verse of Luke and see what the fuck he's
But
talking
I said that like to set him up, just to give you a setup of how this person is. He said this about relation to having relations and what have you. He was like, well, yeah, you know, I'm still a man. I'm gonna have this woman. and I'm gonna still have certain needs. It don't say you ain't supposed to.
I'm sorry.
Have a woman and not have sex with her.
You know,
And he's like, I'm still a man. If I'm gonna have this lady, he's like, I had this woman. Hold on. He's like, I had this woman out there. I told her that I'm a man of the cloth. How do you feel about out here marching? I'm gonna have you out here with picket signs. But at the end of the day, when I want to have it, I'm gonna have it.
What made me
I may be misquoting him a little bit, but that was the gist of what he's saying.
What made me laugh, y'all, we have a very eccentric family. And we got a cousin who got put out of church.
Oh, yeah.
He got put out of church because he went off on pastors.
Yep.
He wanted to get married, and the pastor told him, he said, hey, man, look. Because now this is the thing about that in the faith, they was trying to do the right thing and like not have premarital sex. So he met a young lady. He really liked the young lady. He wanted to get married. He went to the pastor, told him he wanted to get married. Pastor told him, well, brother, maybe you need to wait. We need to talk about this here, whatever. I don't think I need to get married right now. And his response to the pastor was, you got a wife at home. When your dick get hard, you go home and put it in something. Yep. I want to put this in something too.
That's what he said. He said those exact words.
So the pastor kindly asked him to leave the church.
Please don't return. Stay your heart.
But he went on and got married by somebody that would.
He went on and got married anyway. They still married to this day.
Yep.
It worked out well for them. It's just that incident was very funny. Very funny to me.
He's like, you get hard, you want to fuck some? I want to fuck some. So listen.
But see, I need videos so y'all can see what
we got to come
like
to a compromise.
But well, back to the pastors. It's the man of the cloth. That's a long conversation to have. I mean, there is no real yes or no about if they false prophets, if they not false prophets. I would like to say that one of them at least is real, but it's hard, man. In my opinion, I don't believe anybody I see on the TV that's doing it is leading anybody to heaven.
Y'all see that Korean guy? We out there like, yes, everything will go out to tell you what's going on. I'm like, all I heard was God, but he be into it. Like he be look like one of those black preachers. He be really into it. He come on every Saturday at 12. He be into it. I don't believe
anybody that I see on TV is leading anybody to heaven.
Remember what that Tammy Faye Baker,
the
husband. He was like, I have sinned. When he found him having sex with all those prostitutes, he's like, please forgive me. That's how Jamie. That's not Jamie Foxx. That's what Jim Carrey got that from when he used to play that preacher. I don't know. That just made me so funny.
I think I can't really agree with what you're saying. I don't believe that everybody on television is not leading. Well, I guess it's a double-edged sword because on one hand I do believe you because I honestly feel like the people on television are doing it for a profit.
Yes,
it's strictly for a profit. But at some point you were doing this before television. You know what I mean?
When did you lose your way? If you lost your way?
Yeah, at some point I think I saw it. Yeah, I guess to an extent I do agree with you. At some point you were on the right path, and I guess the love of money pushed you off your path.
Satan got you up on top of that mountain and said, look, I'm going to give you all this down here. All you got to do is follow me. They didn't have the willpower to be like, you don't own nothing down there, so you can't give it to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess it's a much tougher decision when you
broke and you got that money.
Bob Barker come up to you with that check.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Man, you know Bob Barker in the hospital right now.
Yeah, they got a picture of him and Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I thought that was just for the movie.
No, I don't think that they were making a new one. A new Happy Gilmore. I didn't think so.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, and going back before, Harrison Ford was in a real bad plane accident today.
Somebody should have told his ass he wasn't Han Solo.
What's so funny about that?
I wasn't laughing at the fact that he was in the car at the plane accident, but I saw the plane. And whatever the fuck he was drinking before he started flying that motherfucker.
So he was flying. I didn't know he was flying the plane.
Yeah.
You think he Han Solo for real?
He just got off there. They still filming that movie, ain't they?
But he wasn't hurt. I mean, he wasn't. He got
gassed up in the
it wasn't no serious injuries. But I mean, when you see that shit, it's like, really, dude.
So he was drinking.
I don't know if he was drinking.
But if he was, do they give you? You still get DUI for that?
Hell yeah.
Or did you get it? Was it called something else?
You get a DUI for driving a boat drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Any motor vehicle, anything with a motor in it, and you get caught behind the wheel with alcohol in your system, you get a DUI.
So I wonder if he was drunk, is he gonna get a DUI?
Dude, do you know you get a DUI for
riding a bike?
No, for driving if you too tired.
Yeah, because that's what happened to that guy that died in that in the IDOT accident. The truck driver, he was driving too long and didn't get a break because the job didn't allow it. And about 2 years ago, he plowed and he fell asleep at the wheel and he killed the IDOT driver. Now, dude's waiting. He's waiting on his sentence. He's going to be charged with involuntary manslaughter for 30 years because he had to make a schedule and his job didn't allow him to have breaks.
That's the same thing that happened with the guy that ran into Tracy Morgan's vehicle.
Yep.
Overworked.
And Walmart trying to sue him.
Which is the dumbest shit in the world. What you gonna give?
Talking about because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
The biggest black eye in fucking.
They're trying to sue
Tracy Morgan. Driver. They said they're driving and they was trying not to pay for Tracy Morgan. They said the injury that he sustained if he was in the seatbelt, it wouldn't have happened.
Imagine somebody died in this car crash too.
Now, how many people in the limo actually put on a seatbelt?
It don't matter if he was in that motherfucker standing up doing the 40.
You've never been in a limo ever?
Maybe once when I was a
Not even on prom, G?
Nah, see, when we went on prom, dude, we was driving.
I drove somebody and I came back in a limo with somebody else.
I was lucky enough to go on 3 proms, and 2 of them I was driving, and 1 of them I was in the limo.
I did military balls and limo.
We was driving because we was
He did military balls
in the limo. I think with that being said, we gonna get up out of here this week.
Next week we are definitely gonna try to figure out. We gonna get our sound guy on it. We gonna chop up a bunch of pause-worthy moments for Papier. We gonna probably run that back probably in the first section. We gonna figure it out. Sometime next week during next week's show, we gonna get all the Papier's pause-worthy moments.
I don't know. I think we should probably wait. Don't do it just yet.
Because he might have another scandal.
Nah, we only strictly Papier.
Yeah, but I'm saying we want to get a couple more weeks in. You know what
I'm saying? Hold on. Ain't no hierarchy in here. We all together. Everybody need to be on this. I'm telling you, you said something. Listen, review the tapes, please.
I think give it a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Get it a couple more weeks, string it together a little more.
You want to just make it a real nice long video, something separate. We can just throw up.
Just throw up on the YouTube. Let people know to go check it out. You know.
Pause-worthy moments presented by Papier.
Papier presents pause.
Pause.
Papier presents pause.
AKA pause. Jump on the pole.
Jump on the thing.
Play with military balls in a limo.
Hey, but before we get out of here, I would like to thank everybody that's been following us this last couple of weeks, that's been listening, chiming in. We truly appreciate this. This is for the people. And we're going to continue to hit you off with that hot shit. And we're only going to do how we know what to do. Talk a lot of shit. Bump our gums out of pause. But just do what we got to do. And with that being said, let me let y'all know how y'all can follow me, man. Y'all can catch me on Instagram at Papier, P-A-P-A-Y-E-A, not papaya, but Papa. Everybody's favorite daddy. You can catch me on Twitter at Papier. Facebook on my government, that's Daniel D. Jones. Also, my crew is almost filled out on GTA 5 for the Xbox One, so look me up for Game On Radio 1.
You know, you can always find me on Twitter at IM_King_J. The Facebook is still a work in progress. I got my young man Noah. He gonna help me out. We're gonna try to get that up by next week. You can find me on Xbox Live, King J 1987, and you can find me on the PSN at King J 1113.
This your boy Vail. You know, everything with me is Focus One, FOECUZED. That's Facebook Focus One, Instagram Focus One, Gmail Focus One, Twitter Focused One. Everything. Everything. Xbox
you can email him at Overton.
You can email me at. can email me at damn, I'm burning.
I don't know where that came from. That last part.
Damn dream.
Yeah. Check me out on Xbox at Focus One. Y'all remember all y'all fellas, even a couple of the ladies who y'all think y'all getting down at 2K. Shoot the little message out there. I will hand you your head. And
Pause. Pause. Here you go, in your hand, right there.
I have definitely picked the wrong shirt.
That's probably your rumor right there.
Huh?
That's probably be your rumor.
My rumor.
Or your rumor, your scandal.
This nigga here. So focus on everything. Check the crew out. Facebook is the Almost There Crew. Twitter is the Almost There Crew. Instagram. Did we start Instagram? No, not yet. We started Instagram this week. Instagram, we'll give y'all that name next week when it is. The email is almosttherecrewshy@gmail.com. Anything else we need to let them know to get in touch with us?
Yeah, I want to ask the fans to pray for me because I'm bookend by a nigga that likes to play with military balls in a limo and another nigga that likes to hand out head. So please, pray for me.
I didn't say I'm handing out head. Check my little man Noah. His Twitter is Lord LORDE _ No, I'm sorry, it's Lord LORDE _ blackness, right?
Darkness.
Darkness, everybody. Darkness is falling.
Skin.
Dark skin. Dark skin. Lord LORDE _ dark skin. That's his.
I like how he just came back with that laugh. Lord.
That's the Twitter. Your Instagram is King _ Noah _ Check him out on that. Facebook, he does not have it. He say young cats don't Facebook. That's for us older people. Mm-hmm. Also, we got Nooch in the crew. Young Current, Mr. Current. I get you his stuff later. It's too much. He got too much going on for me to rattle all that off. But we gonna try, like I said last week, we're gonna try to get the credit stream to roll on the YouTube. So some of the stuff we say here, or we'll put it in the comment section so y'all be able to get in touch, check out what everybody got going on. Everybody around here got something moving real hot. We got Papa Ye. He got the game on radio. Y'all need to get
there.
We
coming back real soon in spring, so be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout for game on radio. Get with him with his GTA. How many more you need for the crew?
I need about 2 more people. Two more
people. The crew be going. We be good. We got King J over here. He making beats. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to let y'all listen to a couple of them whenever he allows us to. When he one of them monk type cats. It ain't finished yet. You know what I'm saying? It got to be perfect.
He's been working on the beat since '85, and he still ain't. See, before he was born, he still ain't let us listen to it.
He still ain't let us hear him, so we're gonna get that going on. We got Young Current on the side. I don't really know his rap name. I think he's trying to steal my name, but he got his little music career bumping off too.
Hey man, everybody follow me on Twitter at lavish_KingS.
Lavish _King S.
Underscore.
Okay.
Store.
Oh Lord. Yeah. And Noah ain't got nothing going on just yet. We got to get him some.
He's focused on his academics.
He's focused on his academics and he's doing impersonations. You know what I'm saying? He impersonating freaking
my mixtape. It's coming. Birth of a King is coming in March.
You couldn't come more original than that. You know how many Birth of a King?
How about you calm down?
And with that being said, tell them what they can do.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
And one more time, we want them to do what?
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That's it, y'all. We gonna get out of here. We want all y'all to keep rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. And look, check us out. Follow us on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Oh, and check out the Facebook. It's getting together, man. We it's a portrait of us up there too.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for liking that too. But with that being said, man, we out. God bless y'all. Good night. 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 Good night.